What triggered this? Did he cross someone?
Yes. What happens is that the feds have developed cooperators, people that were affected by him or had some ties with him where they had some criminal activity, and they came forward and they give information. So the feds wanted to go in and they wanted to gather everything they could so they can present a tight case, and that's what they're doing right now.
Mr. P. Diddy has made Fox News. So, look, I've touched on this a couple of times, done a couple of videos, but it just keeps getting interesting. Seems that P. Diddy's girlfriend, Young Mommy, isn't that the reason why he's in trouble? Because messing with them young mommies? Anyway, she's been arrested along with his drug lord, the drug mule, the person that he was getting the drugs from in order to drug the people, allegedly. Yeah. So those two have been arrested. And as I said, P. Diddy has now made Fox News, which is going to be all over the place. And there's a gentleman here who is in law enforcement. Has been working with P. Diddy, and he knows what's going on here a little bit better than what we would know. So I wanted to go ahead and give you this clip from Fox News, which I kind of rarely watch, but every once in a while, they got something. But this one is pretty telling about what's happening. Apparently, someone wants some revenge on P. Diddy.
Tonight, the New York Post is reporting that alleged victims of Diddy have been talking a lot. And we're hearing a lot of people in Diddy's orbit, names are very worried. Derek Parker is a former member of the NYPD's Rap Intel Unit, and he joins me now. You had dealings with Diddy back in the day. What was that like?
Well, I dealt with him when he had problems with assaults, and he had the shooting at Club New York back in those days. So I was probably the detective that was assigned to go out and investigate what happened at those particular locations with Steve Stout with MTV and with the shooting at the New Yorker Club.
Now, the word is that he had his girlfriend at the time, J-Lo, smuggle the gun inside the club. He never caught any charges for it, but his boy went down. Now you see him at the top. I mean, billionaire, all the hits. He's mentoring everybody in the business. But there's some sinister things happening under the surface, according to this lawsuit. Did you see that coming?
Yes. When I saw the payoff with Cassie, and I saw that come out and how that was quickly taken care of, I knew things were going to come after this. I knew that there were going to be other people that were going to follow in line, or people that he had past relationships with that were going to probably come forward and bring up allegations of his conduct and things that he's done.
When you hear about the sex trafficking, the hidden cameras in every room, the narcotics, paying off law enforcement, the affiliation with gangs, how do you interpret that?
Well, that's an allegation that someone else made about what happened.
Right.
The guns and the narcotics and things like that, these things happen in this business. It's out there in the hip-hop world. I mean, I've come along a lot of cases where I've had rappers involved with drugs and guns and things like that. So I'm not surprised by that. But the government took a big step in waiting on this to come out and do this. They had this planned. Believe it or not, this is planned. I think even tonight, Diddy's girlfriend, Young Mommy, was caught distributing drugs, or she's been labeled as indicated in the federal report as supplying drugs. They count and paying people off. So this is only the start of this investigation. Your search warrant, now this comes out, now there's going to be other things that's going to come out.
Why do you think the feds waited this long? Because this has been going on, according to these complaints, for a long time. What triggered this? Did he cross someone?
Yes. What happens is that the feds have developed cooperators, people that were affected by him or had some ties with him where they had some criminal activity, and they came forward and they give information. So the feds wanted to go in and they wanted to gather everything they could so they can present a tight case, and that's what they're doing right now.
This is going to be a tight case, we're hearing?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, Derek, and thanks for all of your expertise.
You're welcome.
Jesse Waters said something, and it just kind of jumped out to me. That this has been going on for a long time, What triggered this? What happened? Why do we now know this about P. Diddy? Why is it all over the news now? The only reason why it's all over the news is because he crossed somebody. All right. Somebody, I don't know what the entirety of that would mean, but it sounds like maybe he didn't pay somebody. That's the first thing I think. Maybe he didn't pay somebody. Maybe, someone just couldn't take it anymore. I don't know. but it's been going on for a long time. What else has been going on for a long time? You know, when they want to call you a conspiracy theorist, when they want to tell you, the mainstream media wants to tell you that you're crazy. You know, these things are not happening around you. It's nothing to see here. You should be asking more questions, because there is something to see here, and it's been going on for a long time, apparently. Okay? They're doing it right in your face. If you pull up some old lyrics of like Biggie Smalls, which Hakeem Jeffries adores, if you pull up some of the old, you know, music from Biggie Smalls, Ready to Die? Ready to Die was his like first album. And then Life After Death. The lyrics in these records tell you everything. We're protected by the freedom of speech, but if you listen to those old records, and I have listened to them many, many, many years ago, seriously, I don't play any of that crap anymore. You know, when people were running around talking about Biggie and Tupac being the best rappers, I'm happy to say that I didn't like any of it. But I've heard the lyrics, and all of it's there. That's all your evidence right there. I mean, I don't know if you could use it to incriminate someone, but certainly it all is there and should serve as a testimony. But I'm glad that we're getting somewhere with the sting operations on the sex trafficking. That's near and dear to my heart, you know, because it gets worse than probably what we're going to be able to see here on Fox News. You know, there's a lot of organizations helping and you know, covert operations out there that I know of that are really rescuing a lot of children. So it's really bad, guys. But, you know, if you can get someone at the top who is, you know, helping to, you know, fund these operations, and they know a lot of people involved, you know, your Jeffrey Epsteins and some of these politicians apparently, allegedly, have been named in some of these lawsuits. It just really makes your skin crawl. But as I said, we're going to keep an eye on this, and if I have to make another video about it, I will. I absolutely will. We're not going to let this go under the radar because, you know, we want to move on to the next news story. But at the same time, watch out, because you're definitely being distracted in the Congress and at the White House. You're going to be distracted by these stories. So you got to, like Benny Johnson says, keep your head on the swivel. All right. So until next time, guys, like and subscribe to my channel. This is Andre. Yep, I said it.